Hello everyone and welcome back to Love is Strange. So we're doing the Victoria route. We're in the diner with Victoria right now and I believe we were trying to think of ideas for our photo. It's been a while since I recorded the last episode so I really don't remember, but let's see. So, spit it out already. You decide. We'll try and flatter her and, you know, make her think that we care about her ideas, because we do. We just probably don't care as much as we should. Let's go with what you have in mind. We're trying to butter her up. Victoria, mid-sip, take a fucking sip, babes, raises a brow at me. Yeah? Yeah, you said you had something in mind already, right? Victoria puts down her mug. I'm just going to move my microphone, I'm sorry if you, hear anything. I don't think it makes feedback, but I don't know. So Victoria puts down her mug, straightening up a little in her seat. Don't you mean gayening up? It was really lame. I did. I should have known Victoria would already have something in mind. Her face, she knows something. She's honestly got a really amazing eye, so I can't help but feel way excited to see what she's picked. Okay. The entire car ride with Victoria was just as awkward as I thought it would be. Getting in her car was already stressful enough on its own. She totally snapped at me to not touch anything, and to make sure not to track dirt into her car with my lame knockoff kicks. It kinda sucks. She's already way more concerned about her car than me. Although honestly, I'm not sure why I'm so shocked about that. Me and Victoria have never gotten along super well. Or well at all. I don't really know what her deal is, but she's never been nice to anyone in the first place. I've stopped taking it to heart. I guess it could have gone worse if it weren't for Victoria blasting what I think should be classified as trashy party music the whole ride there. I'm convinced she was doing it just so she wouldn't have to talk to me. She barely even looked at me while we were driving. All she did was tap her fingers against her steering wheel in time to the beat, eyes kind of far away. I'm pretty used to being ignored though, so I guess it was fine. As if I didn't already know I was insufferable enough. Thanks, Victoria. The car rolls to a stop, so I blink and look up from where I'd been responding to Chloe's barrage of messages. Of course, they're all just asking me if Victoria's decided to murder me yet. Also, I'm not going to leave this till the end of the video because I want to say it before people have a chance to click off the video, even though they probably have already. To be honest, no one clicked on it in the first place, but whatever. I just uploaded my first video to my new side channel, Wixie Pop, which is going to be a channel where I review, pop vinyl figures and do blind bag openings and talk about TV shows and movies and all that fun stuff. I will leave a link in the description and there's also a link on my channel page. Go check it out, please. Thank you. Anyway, of course they're all just asking me if Victoria's decided to murder me yet. No, Chloe, I'm not dead. Yet. When I look up, I'm a little surprised at the area we're in. Oh, it's the pier. Well? I jam my phone into my pocket while Victoria unbuckles her seatbelt, immediately following suit. You brought us here? I guess I don't hide my surprise very well because Victoria pauses and then sneers while getting out of her car. Yes? Is there some sort of problem with that? I shut the door behind me and as soon as I'm out, my nose is assaulted by the sharp, salty smell of the ocean. Get it? Assaulted. It's not supposed to be a pun, but I took it as one. I'm also assaulted by the very vibrant sights and sounds surrounding us. You can't blame me for that one, that was a tongue twister. The cloudy blue sky and abundance of people milling up and down the boardwalk, well, I don't see anyone, make the afternoon seem a lot more lively than it usually is. I just noticed this starfish thing with the sunglasses. I love this place, but for Victoria to bring us here? No, I just didn't expect it. I didn't really expect it. You didn't... What the hell is that supposed to mean? Oh, here we go. Victoria crosses her arms, staring directly at me over the hood of her car. I like her nails. Shit. Way to go, Max. You totally just insulted her. I just thought you'd pick, a mall or something. Okay, yeah, well, I didn't mean to say that. There's this short pause, and Victoria's lip twitches a little. Oh my god, yeah, let's take our photo at Forever 21. No, I'm not a fucking diva, Caulfield. I have a little more tact than that. Victoria comes around the car to meet me, locking her car as she does so with a click of a button. There we go, I actually said a sentence for once. This isn't the area anyways. What? What? I kind of end up blurting it out without much thought, and Victoria just waves me off, gesturing lamely to the boardwalk. This isn't where I want to take photos, Max. That doesn't really make a ton of sense to me. If this wasn't Victoria's choice, then why would she bother to bring me here? I frown, watching Victoria. She's gonna kill us and dump our body in the sea. So, why are we here then? Because I'm going to take you up there, God. She's gonna take us to heaven. She is gonna kill us. Without any more warning, Victoria wraps her fingers around my wrist and tugs me in the opposite direction of her car. Gay. I jump a little at the intrusion and my heart jumps in my chest. For some reason, the first thing I think of is how cold her fingers are against my skin. The name Ice Queen sounds kind of fitting right about now. Victoria is just as ice cold as she acts. Maybe she has poor circulation? Is what I really want to think, but the instant I do, I kind of feel bad about it. Victoria might put on a cold front, but she can't be as awful as she puts on. If she was, she wouldn't have even bothered to deal with me. At the same time though, Victoria's grip is vice-like. Not only is she taking huge strides, thanks height advantage, but she's also practically yanking me along. I don't think she realises how hard she's holding my wrist. Wowzer, that's going to leave a bruise. Victoria, can you... Yeah, we'll ask her to loosen her grip. What, Max? Victoria manages to sound totally exasperated. I wiggle my hand uselessly in her grip, and that seems to stall her for a second. She throws a look over her shoulder at me, and I offer a smile, raising my brow at her. You're, holding on to me really tight. I think I'm losing feeling in my hand. There's a moment where Victoria blinks, and then purses her lips and looks ahead of her once more. Oh, sorry. You should have spoken up sooner. Unfortunately, this is the only part of you I actually need. Despite that, I feel her fingers ease up on my skin until she's just holding onto my wrist gently. It's kinda nice. Her fingers are warmer now too, so... The feeling of Victoria stringing me along like this isn't as unpleasant as I thought. I'm walking so fast that when Victoria stops, I almost barrel right into her. I try to stop, I seriously do, but I just end up bumping right into her back, feeling her stumble forward. And then her palm is grasping at my elbow hard, holding me in place. Watch it. Sorry, you should have warned me. It's not my fault you're a mega klutz. Victoria huffs and then drops my arm, placing hers back onto her hip. I step back a few paces so I don't make another clumsy mistake again. Are you okay? You're actually worried? Victoria seems to stop at that for a second that feels too long. Yes, Max. Contrary to popular belief, I don't want you dead. Okay, good, so she's not going to kill us. If I recall, a dead person can't hold a camera very well. I mean, you could kind of prop it in her hands, but yeah. I can't help but crack a smile at that one, and Victoria seems to catch it, judging me. I kind of wonder if you drag my body around regardless. Gross. That's exactly what a serial killer would say. She'd be like, ew, gross, dead body, yuck. I totally don't murder people. I have people to do that for me instead. There we go. Victoria smirks right at me and I roll my eyes. But surprisingly, the atmosphere feels a little lighter now. Maybe that's because the mood is different. We're not at the boardwalk anymore, but the air is still salty with the scent of Victoria's saltiness. And now it's more strongly accented with fish too. Now that's a smell I don't really enjoy. Ooh, there's a lesbian joke to be made here, but that would be really gross. Judging from the little wrinkle of Victoria's nose, she doesn't either. The harbour? This place is actually kind of beautiful in its own way. Almost devoid of people, with an almost endless amount of boats and yachts stretched out across the water. The wood underneath our feet is a little wet, probably from the thinning amount of fishermen still wandering around. I see one or two a little further down the harbour, but otherwise, it's just me and Victoria. So if you heard my stomach, I'm kind of hungry. It's perfect, isn't it? There's this pause in Victoria's speech that takes me off guard, rather than the confidence that she's usually instilled in it. When I focus on her again, I just catch her crossing her arms, but there's something off. Victoria. This place is... Are you sure about this? Not that it's a bad spot, it's just... Max. Victoria releases an almost agitated sigh and brushes her hair away from her eyes. If I wasn't sure, I wouldn't have brought you. We lapse into silence again, mostly because it looks like Victoria is really deep in thought, eyes locked on the gentle lull of the water. Even if we're working together, I hope you know I'm going to win this time. This time? It takes me a moment, and then I remember that last photo contest. Victoria had placed second. Victoria turns to look at me, and I'm almost startled by the determination in her eyes. Someone's been playing Undertale? Obviously. Tell me, Max, if you win, what are you going to do? The question is blunt, and I have to take a moment to think about that, surprised. Victoria sounds really serious right now. There's none of that hulking superiority she likes to throw around. My mouth suddenly feels a little dry. If there's one thing I haven't thought about, it's that far ahead. I don't really know. I grasp at my camera bag, waiting for her to scold me. Nothing comes. If I win, I'm going to put these shots in my portfolio. I mean, you could do that anyway. I'm going to submit it to the art gallery nearby. Oh. I shouldn't be surprised, and I'm not. It's just the way she says it, with all this conviction. Victoria might not be the nicest, but she really knows what she wants, and she's not afraid to go out and get it. I kind of wish I could do the same. Every time I think about it, I get these nervous butterflies in my stomach. Like I'm not good enough or something. It'd be good exposure. So if your stupid hipster ass wins and wasted it, don't think I won't make your life hell. Are you threatening me? There's no way she actually is. The tone of her voice is low, and I'd be more concerned if it had that icy bite I'm used to hearing. The one she uses in the hallways when she's slinging remarks like knives. I don't know if she's trying to communicate something else to me. Or I could just be overthinking it. Suddenly, Victoria turns around and starts walking back the way we came. Don't stand around like an idiot, or I'll make you find your own ride back. Now that's something I don't doubt she'll make good on. I swallow dryly and then quickly follow behind Victoria. Okay, let's look at her diary. I don't read it, but I look at the pages just in case you guys want to read it. I don't remember where we went from, so we'll just go from here. That's that page. This page. I asked Victoria, don't look at me. I think I was momentarily possessed by a demon, one in Kashmir, but I swear I'm not joining the dark side. Here's the thing, Victoria's got talent. She might have the worst attitude in the world, seriously, but is there anyone in this school that knows their way around a camera better than she does? Nope. So in the name of art, a truce. And here's the last page. Victoria showed me exactly what I was in for this morning at the Two Whales. She showed up and was bitchy right off the bat and steamrolled her way through our conversation. But despite that, the weird part? She actually wanted to know what I thought about everything. She seriously asked me for my opinion, and then actually seemed to want to hear it. I guess there's a first for everything, or this is an omen of the oncoming apocalypse. On the way to her car, I wonder if I'll ever find out what's really going through her mind. Wednesday. When I chose to work with Victoria, I didn't think it would mean that I'd have to work around my sleeping schedule. What I mean by that is that today, at 8 AM, I'd been woken up by someone's insistent knocking on the door. And when I'd finally managed to force myself up, I'd found a fully dressed Victoria Chase standing at my door. If I didn't feel dorky in my oversized Back to the Future t-shirt and hot dog shorts while I was in bed, I'd buy those shorts. I definitely did then, in the face of Victoria's designer cashmere sweater and glittering gold jewellery. Luckily for me, it seemed like the morning hours had dulled down Victoria's desire to taunt me. All she did was demand I get dressed and meet her in the parking lot. That's how I ended up back in Victoria's car too early in the morning, trying to will my empty stomach to not growl in her presence. Girl, I feel that. I'm trying not to make mine growl right now. At the same time, I was kind of nervous as to where we were heading. And then I was just confused when we ended up downtown. Are you hungry? Victoria, for the first time this whole morning, suddenly questions, shifting the gear into park and turning the engine off with her swift fingers. There was no her, but whatever. I find myself pausing for a moment as she makes this face at me and clears her throat. Sorry, I'm still a little sleepy. Aren't we all? Does that mean you're hungry or not? Yes? I don't know about Victoria, but I'm kind of starving. When she came to get me, I didn't even have enough time to grab a bite to eat. I also don't think she's eaten either, but I'm not sure about that one. She might have gone to eat with her Vortex Club lackeys before coming to get me. Anyways, what's the worst you can say? I'm just being honest. Yeah, I'm pretty hungry. Good. I tilt my head in confusion at the statement, and Victoria glances at me and waves me off. Because I'm hungry too, Jesus, Max. My stomach betrays me just then, growling way too loudly. I feel my face going hot, all the way up to the tips of my ears. Victoria's still watching me, and then she actually has the audacity to smirk smugly at me. Tactful, Max. It sounds like you have a fucking monster in there. Maybe I do, you don't know my life. I groan and slide down the seat, or at least try to. The seatbelt kind of ruins the effect. Who knows when you would have woken up. I can't have you wasting time. The longer you sit there, the longer we go without food. Victoria opens the door, stepping outside. It prompts me to do the same, and when I do, I'm kind of awestruck by our location. It might sound lame, but I don't come downtown often. There's something about this place that reminds me of a smaller version of Seattle. Definitely less polished and less clustered. Still, it's a step up from the barren streets of Arcadia Bay, and it looks like Victoria's taken us to the nicer side of town. Of course she would. Wowzers. Victoria hums appreciatively. What are we doing here? Do I seriously have to explain everything to you? I shoot Victoria a look, frowning again. No, you don't, but it would be nice to know. I realise when she pulls this face, I feel like she's looking at the camera like she's on The Office or something. I was thinking about our shoot, and this should be obvious. Victoria, as she walks and talks, seems to be skimming over each of the shops. I do the same, following her gaze as it runs over the glass windows. Oh man, everything looks so ritzy. We should make an actual effort to prepare. I don't want to be aimlessly pointing my camera around like a goddamn idiot, hoping to get the perfect shot. So I'm going to start by making sure you're not pathetically underprepared for this. What's that supposed to mean? I quirk my brow at her. She gestures vaguely to my clothes with a swipe of her hand. Makeover! That means I'm going to get you in something presentable for once. You might like to parade around with a fashion sense for a 5-year-old, but I could stand to see you in better clothes for our shoot. Whoa, okay. I actually feel a little defensive over that. I like my jeans, and this is my favourite doe t-shirt. I don't know, I feel like a hoodie and jeans is a very common look. Hey, there's nothing wrong with my jeans and graphic tee. Not everyone can afford to drag out their Gucci shirt with their Vuitton jacket. Victoria makes this noise, followed by a short laugh. You did not just say that. Jesus, no wonder you're such a fashion wreck. I almost pout at her, and then it kind of clicks. Wait. You're going to photograph me? The thought slips out of my mouth before I can stop it, and it makes me feel a little uneasy, but on top of that, it makes butterflies flutter in my stomach. Victoria Chase doesn't use anyone for her shots. What? Well? You're bound to show up in them anyways, Max. It's not like I'm trying to actively photograph you or anything. Oh, right. Sorry. I just thought you'd want me out of your way. You know, so I don't deter your artistic visions or something. I think I'm actually smiling, and I don't even bother to hide it. Victoria just clicks her tongue, rolling her eyes. Please, you couldn't even if you tried. Before I can respond again, this is it. Victoria stops in front of a particular shop. Only before I'm able to get a good look at it, she's already heading inside. So I don't stand outside like a total dork. I follow her inside with all the grace of a newborn fawn. Instantly, I'm a little surprised. I was expecting she'd bring me to some really glamorous shop, some place with all those glittering shirts and an oppressive atmosphere. Oh, hello, Madam Victoria. Kiss, kiss. Pleasure to see you. Actually, just to take your huge wads of cash. I smile lamely at the dorky thought. Unfortunately, the place looks totally normal. I'm actually starting to think I can afford this stuff. Until I take one look at the price tag of a shirt, and I honestly feel my heart stop. She's going to buy them for us. Well, I don't think... Oh god, don't give yourself a heart attack. Victoria comes over to me, just to swat my hand away from the nicely pressed shirt. I press my clammy hands against my jeans. Victoria, I seriously don't think I can, you know. And I'm telling you not to give yourself a heart attack. Chill out. Victoria sighs, ignoring my minor panic, returning to the display table again. Do you like beige or white? What? I'm not doing a very good job at holding myself together, and Victoria frowns at me. She has to come to me again, just to grab my wrist, guiding me over to the rack she'd been so heavily inspecting. These, Max, do you want to try them in beige or white? When I look again, she's holding a pair of white jeans and a pair of beige jeans. I hadn't even realised she'd let go of my hand. Huh? I don't know. I don't really know a lot about fashion. You kind of said that yourself. Victoria smirks a little. I did, and I was right. Still, I thought you'd like to pick something yourself. What do you think? I'm sure I can work with whatever awful option you choose. Thanks, Victoria. That's flattering. I feel real confident about my decision. Victoria hums softly and gestures to them again. I really have to pick something, huh? Let's go white. White kind of goes with everything. I don't know why it's called Deja Vu, but sure. I guess I'll just pick the white one. I didn't even know that was the colour jeans came in. Victoria turns to put the beige jeans back onto the counter, and I hear her snort. The problem with white clothes, though, is that they stain really easily. Jeans come in lots of different colours. White isn't even the start of it. It's a good colour, though. You can really work with it. I feel like she'd say that, no matter what one we picked. Seriously? I wouldn't think so. It'll at least work on you, and that's all we really need. Wow, thanks. Victoria pauses and huffs. It was a genuine compliment. Hold on to this. Before she even finishes her sentence, she's already shoving the jeans into my arms. If you're going with white jeans, you'd look good with a white shirt. Not plain though, striped. You'd look fucking awful if you wore plain white on white. Victoria's walking through the aisles like she's a queen and this is her palace. I wouldn't have thought about it before, except now I see. She's kind of amazing. She really knows her stuff and she seems so passionate about this. It's actually nice to see her so in her zone. To watch the way she struts around the store, sifting through clothing with this kind of silent ferocity, lips set into a determined grimace. Do you ever take off that stupid hoodie? Victoria turns to me with a flick of her wrist and I straighten up a little. No, not really. Of course not. I just needed to know so I could pick out a cardigan for you too. I gotta say, it's kind of nice getting this for free, because in a lot of the games I play, you have to pay to do stuff like this, or you need a certain amount of gems or diamonds or whatever. So it's nice to just not have to pay for something for once. A cardigan? Yes, a cardigan, to throw over the shirt. Your attire needs a splash of colour, otherwise it won't catch anyone's eye. Crimson or violet? Violet. Yeah, I was going to pick violet anyway. I respond with a lot less hesitation this time around. Victoria finally focuses on me again. She opens her mouth to say something and then stops. A whole other second passes and then she promptly turns. Violet, of course. It'd look better on you anyways. Crimson is too powerful, too commanding. Victoria mutters underneath her breath, starting to head over to the counter. Wait. You're paying? Obviously. Wonderful observation, Max. There's no way I can actually let her do that. Don't, seriously. You'll give me a headache. If you want, you can just go wait outside. I mean, she's rich. It won't affect her, really. Victoria stares at her nails, tone firm, and I already know this is a battle I've lost. I'm kinda dizzy. She's paying for me. Even though I want to argue more, I agree it's probably better to take her up on her offer. So I hand the jeans to her and leave before we can cause a scene by arguing or something. As soon as I'm out though, I actually feel kind of worried. I feel like I should pay her back, even if it's with something small. First date and she's already buying us clothes. That's like a sugar daddy. Maybe I can get her something from across the street. I heard they have a pretty sweet shop there. I've only got so long before she comes out, so I duck into the shop. And I'm totally Patrick stumped. That was really bad. What should I get for her? Ooh. Oh, she's into anime. I know that much. Okay. Yes. I mean, if it's the movie, whatever her name is, Scarlett Johansson, I think that's her name. If it's that version, don't bother, because a white woman really shouldn't be playing an Asian character, but whatever. I don't know a lot about anime, but I swear that one time I snuck into Victoria's room for Dana's sake. I saw some dorky figurine on her desk. Oh my god, do you guys remember in the Rachel route, we bought Rachel a feather earring? She was like, thanks, but I already have this. What if it's the same here? If it is, I might go back. I hope she likes this one. I run out of the store just in time to see Victoria exit. Jamming the gift into my bag, I crossed the street to meet up with her again. I almost thought you bailed on me. You're kind of my ride home, Victoria. I can't exactly run and leave. Victoria's irritated expression caves and I breathe easy. My stomach also grumbles again, surprising us both. Instinctively, I blush again and I find myself grinning sheepishly in her direction at the shocked little glance she's giving me. Now that I'm not having fun, not that I'm not having fun, but I'm totally ready to nosh on something. Where do you want to eat? Wait, you want me to pick? Oops, that must have come out more shocked than I thought. Victoria's full of surprises today, so I can't help it. I wouldn't be asking if I didn't. Let's go to McDonald's. It's a classy establishment. At my local McDonald's, they have rat traps in view of everyone. They didn't even try to hide them or anything, just rat traps out in the open. She scowls at me lightly and crosses her arms, the bag shifting on them. Just pick already, won't you? There's something about the way she says that leaves me feeling warm, and I rub at my own arm nervously, leaning back on my heels. Well, I know this place down the block. They make some pretty cool crepes. Victoria presses her lips together and then nods slowly. Fine, whatever, lead the way. For the first time this morning, I do. Okay, let's take a look at her diary. See if there's anything new. There is. So this is the new entry if you want to read that, but I'm going to end this episode here. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I guess we won't know till next time if the gift paid off. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys all in the next video. Don't forget to check out my side channel, Wixie Pop. You might not be into the kind of stuff I post there, but I'd appreciate it if you took a look anyway. It would mean a lot to me. Thank you guys for watching, thank you for subscribing and fucking putting up with me, and I'll see you all in the next episode. Bye everyone!